Okay.
Okay, Roger is going to explain these pictures, the angles and where they are. Say hi, Roger.
Hi. Okay, so these pictures are of the cistern, which I will call the well from now on because it's not a storage device, it's actually a well. We located it by measuring it out about there. We have a mark downstairs and we'll pin these pictures to that. But as you can see in this picture, that's what it looks like if you're laying on your belly looking across. That's the top of it. That's the bottom of the house. When you crawl over and take this board off the top, you can see the brick frame around it. If you raise on over and look down in it, you'll see my flash reflecting at me. It was about 15 to 20 feet down to water. But you could look in that water and actually see bricks going farther down. So I don't know how deep it is, but there is water in the well. So those are in what's called the cistern room. We also talked about the rock that's under the murder room. There's a picture of the rock, which is roughly about this point. Let's see, about this point, we've got it also measured downstairs. These three pictures here are actually of the safe area parlor room. This picture is if you were in the attic looking this direction, and that is the bend in the road, and you can see the wallpaper, and you can see that this room was originally 12 feet tall. It's now 10 feet tall because when they added the room for the upstairs unit, the bedroom, they actually cut the original ceiling joist, lowered the ceiling 2 feet, and then put these hangers that are holding the original ceiling joist up. And this wall here is actually the the originals. This bedroom, if you were to lay it over top where it really goes, you will see that it actually overhangs. Here's the parlor. Now it overhangs. And when Dell and I were up there, we walked this way, which is on these beams or ceiling joist. And so this picture is after you get past this corner looking over into this corner. So that's what these are, and this is the rock that's under the murder room.
Cool.
And then these last pictures was why I went under there to begin with. Go back to the first page. Everybody is familiar with the fireplace that is both in the living room of the dark side and upstairs in the bedroom. So this picture here...
The dark side, that's a new one on me.
I thought you called it the dark side.
No, I call it the storage side.
Oh, okay. Because there's no electricity in it, so it's always dark.
Okay.
I didn't mean dark as in
well, anybody
sinister.
that hears that is going to hear,
it's on the dark side.
Evil.
It's the dark side and the light side. Okay, so this is the foundation of the fireplace.
I don't know if I'm zooming
from the living room.
I don't know how to zoom.
This is just looking at the wall here in the bay window or cistern room.
Well room.
The well room.
Now it's the well room.
Yeah, the well room. And this picture here, actually it's maybe difficult to see, but it's what drove me underneath the house.
And I wish I could know that I was actually zooming, but I don't think I am.
Okay, so if you're in the parlor of the what's called safe side, if you look on the floor, you'll notice there's a cutout of what looks like was once a hearth. So I figured that even though there's a window in the front of this room, that there must have been a fireplace there originally. And so that's why I wanted to crawl into the house, and sure enough, this right here is the foundation of the hearth for the fireplace that used to be in this building. And you can see the original framing for the hearth up here. And so if in the room, when we went up to the attic above this, we actually did see evidence of mortar, not martyrs, but mortar.
Yeah, be very, very
Mortar.
careful around here. what you
Mortar
say.
on the wall that's in the attic above there. So this is what we found.
This is so cool, and I love the drawings, and I love the pictures.
And you can lay them on top of one another, and they are aligned. We're going to finish up sketching this area out today because for some reason we missed it last time. And this area down here is pretty noisy. It is where there's a lot of rot. It's where that porch leaked real bad, so we didn't measure too much of it.
So that's the back porch.
Yeah, this would be the stairs going up, which come up into here.
Okay.
And so yeah, this is that back porch. Here's where your bug catcher is hanging on that corner. So this actually is a wall that I just haven't drawn in.
Okay.
That goes around here. And then there's steps come down here, so that's kind of the back of the house. And then this closet, there's a little angle to here, but this.
And then right here is that weird closet off the well room.
This is the weird closet, because this is the door that goes into the paint room, comes back this way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my suspicion is this was originally the house. This house was moved in and attached to it. This house was brought in and connected, and then the upstairs was added in 1, 2, 3 additions.
Interesting.
Because obviously this, they had to carve this up. These were already attached. I don't know if when they were originally attached, if they lowered the ceiling.
You have the roof
To line them
rafters
up.
there that
But we still have the rafters and everything. But obviously this was cut in.
And this area had to be last simply because there's a well.
Well, this was first.
There's a well here.
This was first, and this was the well for the house originally, and the cistern, which sits back here, was for overflow, was for storage. But this was the well that fed the house. Then when they decided to go over the house, they didn't properly close the well, and we probably need to redo this, wherever my picture is. We need to redo this cover and vent it to the outside because this is just going to rot again. So if we take a piece of plywood, cut a hole in it, and put like a vent stack out and tie into your normal vent stacks, then you won't have the continued deterioration of the bottom of the house.
Okay.
Because you got water there, water's going to evaporate, rise up, condense on the bottom, or condense on this thing, which you can see how bad it's rotting it out right now, the piece of plywood that's there. And so that needs to be vented, and you can have it forever.
Now some people are going to see the well and think that's definitely some kind of portal, vortex, whatever. Other people are going to say,
That's a well.
oh, it's a well, it has water in it. That's going to explain some mist.
It could explain some mist. It could explain some mist. It definitely explains an anomaly in the magnetic fields. You know, when you walk right over there, which we did with the witching rods, cross right on top of it, backed up, cross right back on top of it. I mean, that's because this water is causing that distortion in the magnetic field. I mean,
Which is what dowsing rods are used
not
for in the first
paranormal.
place.
It's very normal. It's just outside of what our normal senses perceive.
Right.
So, anyway. So, there you have it. We need to sketch this out.
Woohoo. All right.
And you can turn that thing on.
I'm trying.